Hello, everybody. This is Diogo, Diogo, and I'm here to talk about the WSL and the next event in Bells Beach, Australia, uh, in Victoria. Will be held from April 17th. It starts the window, and we're still with the Quicksilver Pro happening, but since the contest they are so close to each other, I think my show it won't matter the result in Quicksilver Pro, and so um, I'm doing it earlier, so we had like 10 days for you guys to watch it. So let's start about talking the wave and in Bells Beach in the contest. It's the most traditional contest in the World Tour. Um, it had the first time was in 1961. Um, Most of Australians surfers. I don't know if there was a surfer from another country, but it's the most traditional in is on the WCT since the beginning of the city in the ASP in 1992 when it starts the WCT, and then the Dream Tour came in 1995, and then WSL in 19 in 2014, and still on the contest on this wave. And I'm gonna talk about the wave. Um, the waves in Bells Beach. I'm gonna watch a little something here. So the waves in Bells Beach pretty good. Big right handers. Everybody always dream to surf it. It's cold, water cold. The temperature very cold, but perfect waves. And waves not meant to be surfed with a lot of radical moves. Most of it are really good big carves and cutbacks and under the lip snaps. But what the guys have so much easy to go to the air these days, and this wave that usually was powerful surfer break starting its new past with the new school moves too. So it will be very interesting contest. We saw a couple of waves from the contest, and also something that that is really interesting about this contest, this event, is that when it starts, every day before it starts, there is a they put for the whole beach to listen the music from ACDC, Hell's Bells, and it's a traditional too. Every morning before it starts, they play this music really loud, and I never surfed the contest, but I'm pretty sure every surfer that gets there, that must be really nice, really exciting to go for the surf before the contest, listening to this song, and it's a unique place too. So as I said, the water is really cold, the temperature really cold, sometimes it's foggy, and they have two breaks. The main break, the main spot for the contest is Bells Beach, and a nearby beach named Winky Pop is also another right-hander. And Bells Beach has two sections: Bells Balls and Rincon. Bells Balls is when it's big, that big old right-hander, and Rincon is all right too, but it's smaller waves, a little bit closer to the beach when there is the swell is smaller, and in high tides there are good waves there in Rincon too. And this place, this alternative break called Winky Pub, is also a right-hander. Unlikely Bells is a little it's a powerful wave, but slow, and for carbs, not for a lot of speeds, more curve speed, not speed to go forward. And Winky Pop is a little different. It's a faster wave, a faster right-hander. Not much barrels in any of them. There are no much barrels, and but both are really good, really traditional. Winky Pop's fast. Can do a lot of cutbacks in there. You have to go. Um, if you start to make a lot of cutbacks on the Winky Pop section, the wave will pass you, and you're never gonna get it again. So two really good spots for the contest: Bells Beach and Winky Pop. Well, a little bit of history. Uh, it starts, like I said, in 1961, and but I'm here with the list. The WSL is on the WSL page, and this their list only starts from 1976. Um, I won't be like I usually do talk about all the winners, but I'm gonna just highlight the most iconic surface that won this contest. So Simon Anderson, the guy who made the thruster, three fins. This guy Simon Anderson, he was the first one to use it, and he used it in 1981. He won that contest, brought the three fins, and changed the surfing world forever. Mark Richard won there too. Tom Curran, Tom Carroll, Damian Hardman, Barton Lynch, Kelly Slater, Sonny Garcia, Oki Lupo, Shane Dorian, Mick Fanning, Andy, Parco, Tej, uh, Adriano, George Smith, Matthew Wilkinson, Italo Ferreira are some of the names that won uh, on this. Uh, let's see, 57 years of contest. Some on names, some of them won more than once, and I'm gonna talk to you about that later. So these are the champions, the highlight champions. Of course, there are champions that are not aren't on the list because it's just from 76 and then on. But the usual suspects that win all the contests they did, most of them won here in Bells Beach too. So I'm talking about a little bit of stats. It's not stats, more curiosities about Bells Beach. Let just me take a look at my. It's okay. Okay. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna talk about those stats. It's in Portuguese. I'm gonna translate to you. Bells Beach stats since 1973. I put 1973 because the longest list of winners I could find is from 1973 then on. So all these stats is from 1973 through to today to nowadays. Most victories surfers. Four times Mark Richards, Kelly Slater, and Mickey Fanning. Four times world champion Mike Richards, 11-time world champion Kelly Slater, three times world champion Mick Fanning. All of them won there four times. Three times Michael Peterson, Sonny Garcia, and Joel Parkinson. All of them were world champion and also won three times in Bells Beach. Twice Simon Anderson, Tom Curran, Damian Hardman, and Andy Irons. Also world champions that won there, all of them twice, and one time the surface that won once there. There are a lot of them. I put some names from different decades. Tom Carroll, Inoki, from the 80s Shane Doria from the 90s, Sergi Butler 2000s, Adriano 2010, and on. So those are the surfers that, especially those three, were the surfers that won there the most. Another stats, more victory by country, by nation. Australia, since 1973, there was 45 events, and from that, 29 times Australia won it, an Australian surfer. United States 6 times, Hawaii 6 times. If they were together, 12, but since they are apart 6 times each. Brazil won there twice. England won there once. Martin Potter won there from England. From Brazil, William Adriano de Souza and Italo Ferreira. And from South Africa, George Smith. So Mark Richards, Mick Fanning, and Kelly had the edge. In surfers, Australia has the edge by nations. And more victory by stance, regulars or goofies. There was in 45 events, 38 regulars won it and 7 goofies. Unlike Gold Coast, I don't think there is Bells Beach a wave that favor that much the regulars. There are more regulars than goofies on surfing world, so it's natural that regulars won there the most. But right now, it's a time that we have at least 3 or 4 goofies that can surf any kind of right-handers just as good as the regulars. So it might be last year Italo won it. 3 years before that, Matt Wilkinson won it. So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe this is Gabriel Medina's turn. He's awesome backside surfers, goofy. But the favorites are the regulars because of the uh, they can throw a big carves better, um, and cutbacks too. But the goofies they have the edge on going more vertical on off the tops. So uh, usually it was a, a better way for a regular, but that doesn't mean a goofy can't win there. So these are the little stats, little curiosities about the Bells Beach event. And now I'm gonna talk to you about some highlights from all these years in Bells Beach event. There are 2 moments that I'm not going to show you any images of it because I don't I don't don't want the show will be too long, but it's I wanted to talk to you to point it out. Is the first highlight is the contest from 1965, which got to be known as the Big Eastern, and there was a contest. They say that it was a contest with huge waves in Bells Beach, and after that they had to wait a long time for another contest with those kind of waves. And there is a contest that it's in Australian history. Um, and so 1965 Big Eastern, just to be mentioned here. And another highlight that I'm not going to show you images, but I want to talk to you about is the 1981 contest where when Simon Anderson, I already said it, Simon Anderson won that contest, and it was the first contest that surfer used the thruster, 3 things, and blew everybody minds away, and that led to what we surf today, surfboards used today. So 65 and 81, uh, two important moments in Bell history. I'm now going to talk about some final rounds hits that are iconic. And the first one is from 1986, a semifinal, two masters, two of the greatest surfers all time, Marco Quilupo and Tom Curren, a semifinal clash in Bells Beach, which he remains in the everybody minds through today. And we're gonna see some waves from them. There's Tommy going to and Aoki going to the semifinal, 1986 Hipco Classic, Bells Beach, and Tom Curren doing his thing and Aoki doing his big thing too. So it was a match of finesse against power, and stuck to into everybody's um, mind. So this is Tom Curren coming early in the first wave, and then Aoki comes in the waves behind and just kicking the waves butt. And there was a nice moment, nice Bells Beach moment that is uh, worth to be talked about. The next hit that I wanna talk about, it's a hit that I don't have the images from this hit, but I wanna talk about it because this is a little clip from the 90s surfers, 90s surfing in Bells Beach. I'm gonna just leave it going, and I'm gonna talk about this hit that I wanna talk about. This hit was in 1994. Kelly Slater against Martin Potter, final hit in Bells Beach, and this was really important in surfing because uh, Bells Beach more traditional spot in the world in the WCT, and all the guys that won there, they were world champions and really good surfers from the 80s. And when Kelly surfed Martin Potter in 1994, he was once one-time world champion in 1992. He was in his uh, in his way to his second world title in 1994, and there was a hit that a change of a guard from the Martin Potters and Tom Curren, Tom Carroll, from the generation of Kelly Slater, Rob Machado, Shane Dorian, Taylor Knox, you know. So that was a really important hit. We don't, like I said, I didn't find any image of it, but it's a hit that, as you might be thinking, it was a really important because that was the first time Kelly won there in Bells Beach, and this is the podium from that hit. Uh, Kelly and Martin Potter, not very happy Martin Potter, but there was an important hit that it was worth to be to tell you about. From the 20 hit, 2000 hit, uh, the year 2000. The next hit will be I'm gonna show you is this hit. It's in 2006 final. Kelly Slater against Joel Parkinson. Kelly in red, Parko in blue. And the reason I choose this one from the 2000 is because the waves were huge, and there was I remember I watched that this contest, um, and I was amazed about that wave, Kelly's waves, and but mostly because of the waves. There was really good waves, really big. I hope this year we have those kind of waves too. And there was I never saw a contest in Bells Beach with the waves so big like that, breaking really far away from the beach. And Kelly Kelly won that contest, and there was a really big, and this is another final that from the 2000s finals, I think was the coolest one. And then I'm gonna now show you another final from 2011. Um, it was Bells Beach 50-year anniversary, and Australia Surf uh, was really happy with that final. Mick Fanning against Joel Parkinson, the two standouts from Australia in the 2000 through recently, uh, and there were good waves too there, um, and it was really cool because it was a really final that we didn't know who had won it because Parko got his last wave in the countdown and got a 10th, and but he was behind Mick Fanning, so it was a really cool final. Uh, I enjoy both of them surfing. I know Mick Fanning is more dynamic than Parko. I do like Parko surfing better, but Mick Fanning is awesome too. And but on this day, uh, Joe Parkinson was better and won that um, Australian final in the 50 years anniversary of the Bells Beach contest, the Hipco Pro. This is the last wave. Uh, Mick dropped it, but Parko had the priority in the countdown, and then got this barrel and did what Parko does best, which is awesome carves, and they ended up with a 10-point hide and won that contest, Joel Parkinson. So this was the finals that I like the most, from the 86, the 80s, 86 Oki against Tom Cohen, in the 90s, 94 Kelly against uh, Martin Potter, in the 2000, 2006 Kelly against um, Joel Parkinson, the big big day, and in 2010 on, uh, decade, Joel Parkinson against Mick Fanning. Well, there was the coolest finals in by decade, and this final right now I'm gonna show you is the best final ever, in my opinion, in Bells Beach. It was in 2012, Mick Fanning against Robert Kelly Slater, and it was an awesome final. Kelly with the more radical approach, and Mick with his traditional approach, fast, lightning, uh, awesome balance, and Kelly radical stuff, and also a really nice cards too. Um Mick Fanning ended up winning that final. In my opinion, I remember at the time, I thought Kelly got robbed, but anyways, it was a long time ago, and Kelly doing the new school moves in Bells Beach, which was not very common, and also a maneuver that it's in Bells Beach history, a big old full rotation, no hand air reverse, and Mick he's doing his thing, lightning fast, perfect approach in these waves that he knows so much. But I think Kelly won that final, but so good. I mean, Mick did it awesome too. This was the awesome maneuver Kelly did, 2012. Whoa, play. But I think he got a 10 from that ride, but Mickey ended up winning it, and it's okay. He deserved it too. You know, the, everybody has his their own opinion. I am with more the radical approach, but I can understand judges like Mick Fanning surfing better. So and he lost the year before to Joe Parks on the final. I think that helped him a little bit too, like always. And but Mick Fanning, really good, really nice guy, amazing surfer, three-time world champion. So those were the highlights from the contest W in Bells Beach, and just I'm gonna say I'm a Brazilian, so I really like to point it out. Adriano de Souza won there too, 2013. I'm from Guarujá. He's my hometown. He's from the same hometown. I admire him a lot. I know not everybody like him, but it was a cool victory from Brazil. And Italo won there too last year. So let's see this year. Maybe we'll win it again. But my favorite surfers, my I'm gonna now tell you my three favorite surfers for this next event. Uh, I'm not talking about. I'm not considering wave size. I'm not considering if it's gonna be in bells or winky pop. I'm just considering what I know about these guys and what I've seen in the Gold Coast event so far. So my first favorite is George Smith. Georgie won there 2 years ago. He has that Joe Park Soul style with more power. Um, he surfed really good in the Quicksilver Pro in Gold Coast too. He was really fit. So um, regulars won a lot more than goofies. So Jordy is my first pick. I was gonna this number two. I was gonna say Flip Toledo, but I didn't like him that much in Gold Coast. So the one that I liked in Gold Coast and I know can do good in this contest is John Florence. So he's my second pick. John, like I said, I didn't know how he was surfing because of the injury, and saw really good things from him in Gold Coast event. He did. He has 2/3 on this event in the past, and also through that alley oop once against Mick Fanning in the quarterfinals 2 years ago too, and it was amazing, big wave. So he's a guy that you can count him out in any kind of waves. And like I said, I really like him in Gold Coast. So my second pick is John Florence. And my third pick, my dark horse, is not a dark horse. I don't think he's a dark horse. It's just someone I will always pick two that I really think can win the contest. And the third one, it's somebody that's a little bit under the radar, but can do really good in the contest. And I think Connor Coffin can do it. I'm not really much of a fan of Connor Coffin small ways, and neither in left if maneuverable lefts, but he's good in bells from the right to the right and to the left, and he's a specialist in big right-handers where you can do carves and you can do daybacks, and he's from Southern California, Rincon. Uh, he's usually to cold water, to cold weather, and to big right hander. So he's my, I'm gonna say dark horse, but it's not dark horse. My dark horse is Connor Coffin for this event. Okay, so I think this is it. I will I will publish uh, something. I will publish something when the Quicksilver Pro and Gold Coast finishes, and I'm gonna talk about when the heat draw from the Hipco Pro Bells Beach comes out. I will be talking about that too in small videos, and I really like you to subscribe to the channel. If you want to talk about something with me, just comment whatever you want. If you like it, if you don't like it, it's all good. I'm not gonna change, anyways. It's just my opinion, and opinion is opinion. Um, so it was really nice talk to you all, and I'll see you in the next show. All right. Cheers. Since Hipco is in Australia, cheers everybody, and let's hope there will be really good ways for the contest, uh, because Gold Coast wasn't that good, you know. But all good. See you later. Bye bye.